Theresa May would make a good Prime Minister in light of Boris Johnson's frantic handling of the Afghanistan crisis, according to a political commentator. Yesterday Mr. Johnson faced a barrage of criticism over the role of the UK in the withdrawal from Afghanistan. The Prime Minister, who was addressing a packed House of Commons after an emergency recalling of Parliament, argued NATO's core mission in Afghanistan had succeeded. But Mr. Johnson's predecessor in 10 Downing Street, Mrs. May, however, launched a scathing attack on her former Foreign Secretary. She called the UK's failure to secure an international coalition in support of the Afghan people as incomprehensible and worrying. Mrs. May said, "What must also be of key concern to us is the message this sends around the world to those who would do the West harm. What does it say about us as a country? What does it say about NATO if we are entirely dependent on a unilateral decision taken by the United States? Was our understanding of the Afghan government so weak? Was our knowledge of the position on the ground so inadequate? Did we really believe this, or did we just feel we had to follow the United States and hope that on a wing and a prayer it would be all right on the night?" Mrs. May's performance in a noisy Commons yesterday has led a political commentator to suggest she would make a good Prime Minister. Mikey Smith wrote in the Mirror, "It eventually came down to little-known backbencher Theresa May to send Johnson away shame-faced. She reminded the PM he'd had 18 months since former U.S. President Donald Trump's dodgy deal with the Taliban to prepare for Joe Biden's withdrawal. The politicians sent him there," she said, as Johnson, her old Foreign Secretary, stared at his shoes like a schoolboy who had forgotten his pea kit. Many viewers may have thought, she'd probably make quite a good Prime Minister. Mrs. May had an ill-fated spell as Prime Minister between 2016 and 2019 in the aftermath of the Brexit referendum. Her relationship with Mr. Johnson had since been tense, with Mrs. May having been critical of his handling of Britain's exit from the EU. She also previously accused the Prime Minister of abandoning the UK's moral leadership in the world during Donald Trump's time as US President. Commentator Mr. Smith also criticised the Tory leadership more directly. He said, "Afghanistan isn't Boris Johnson's first international crisis.